Well, their winds ramped up yesterday and are still causing problems tonight. Our Raquel Kahlo reports from Manoa.
Strong winds often show their first signs through fallen trees, just like this one alongside Manoa Road, which has been down since Super Bowl Sunday. A reminder that saturated soil mixed with gusty conditions can bring trees down. Now, the National Weather Service says winds over the next few days could gust up to over 50 miles per hour across parts of Oahu. This affects not only downed trees, but high winds can disrupt power, make travel dangerous, and in some cases cause structural damage. Tree service crews say they're already seeing an increase in calls ahead of stronger conditions, responding to uprooted trees, broken branches, and preventative trimming as soils remain wet from recent rain.
This year has been probably the worst that we've seen in the last couple weeks, I would say. The wind has been really bad. People are worried about their homes and schools, pretty much anything you can think of.
I would say the most dangerous trees are albizzias. They're really weak. Also African tulips. So most people, you want to make sure you call someone who's licensed, insured, and knows what they're doing.
Experts say while albizia trees are known for brittle limbs, any dead or weakened tree can become unstable in saturated soil and high winds, increasing the risk of falling branches or uprooting. With strong winds on the way, experts say it's a good time to check for loose or dead branches around your home or neighborhoods. Reporting in Manoa, I'm Raquel Kahlo for Hawaii News Now.